Okay, bonjour. We're going to look at your activities packet, la liste d'exercices. Non, la liste d'activités. Exercice 1 is identification. You've done this before, so you know what to do. You're choosing between c'est and ce sont and then naming the object. So one of them is done for you. There's a bunch of notebooks, des cahiers, right? So you would say ce sont des cahiers. Ce sont des cahiers. Cool. Let's do one of the singular ones, although you might be looking at some of these and thinking, oh, I don't know the word for this. I'll give you some other words. So colored pencils is going to be, well, let's say ce sont des crayons de couleur. D'accord? You can also say, instead of crayon de couleur, you can say crayon à colorier, if you prefer. There we go. But either way, crayon de couleur or crayon à colorier, I'm fine with both. I think French people, most of them would be too. This one I don't think you have, une perforatrice. So let's do this one as an example. Remember that when you present these in class, when you have c'est in front of un or une, you're going to say c'est un or c'est une. So c'est une perforatrice. D'accord? Hole punch. I believe you have, let's see, 1, 2, this is une planche. Oh, planche with an H. You know these, you know that. I think you know blackboard. I believe this one's on your list. This one is student work, which I'm not sure is on this list. It's des copies. D'accord? And this one's just a sheet of paper, which I'm pretty sure is on your list. Student desk. Stapler. I don't think stapler's on there. So I'll give you the word. You can write the sentence yourself. Une agrafeuse. Agrafeuse. Then you've got a teacher desk, you should know from the junior high, and then an eraser I know is on the list. Okay? So go ahead and write your sentences for those. Exercice 2, la chasse d'intrus. You're used to this as well, but let's do one of these together. You've got une copie, un cahier, une horloge, et une feuille de papier. For me, this one's pretty obvious. Une copie is a student piece of paper. Un cahier is a notebook, which is full of paper. Une horloge is a clock. And une feuille de papier is a sheet of paper. So what doesn't belong? Une horloge. D'accord? All right, going on to 3, les mots mêlés. Trouve les 12 mots scolaires dans le lexique. Find the 12 school words in the lexicon. It should say in the mot mêlé, in the crossword, or whatever this is called. So board, for example, is going to be un tableau. And let's see, it's the books. They probably don't have the word un. It's probably just tableau somewhere. Let's see, they are... Oh, yeah, I did take this from the book because I would never do this to you. They're horizontal, horizontaux, verticaux, diagonaux, and de l'avant et à l'envers. So they're also backwards. That is obnoxious, but I'm going to sit here and find Tableau for you so that you know that I'm willing to deal with this pain too. I don't know, guys. No. There it is. Oh, I thought I saw it. I thought I saw B and L together. There it is, tableau. All right. Moving on. Okay. It's a fun puzzle. If nothing else. Exercice 4, la bonne expression. Choisis le terme le plus logique. Choose the most logical term. So number 1 says, Monsieur, as-tu ramassé? Now here you've got the past tense as a question. Have you collected? D'accord? As-tu ramassé? I'd probably say les copies if that's a choice. Oh, no, it's not. But les devoirs is the homeworks. So, as-tu ramassé les devoirs? J'ai les miens. Les miens means the mines, the ones that are mine. D'accord? It's kind of a weird, that's how you say mine. I have mine. I have the mines. D'accord? All right. So go ahead and use that. Use both grammatical context and the meaning itself, the semantic context. Grammatical context, for example, in the next one you see D apostrophe, you know it's going to go in front of a vowel. D'accord? Semantic context, know what the words mean, or look them up if you don't. All right, exercice 5, reminder of how to conjugate the verbs avoir, être, and faire. So avoir, you should know the meaning of, as well as those other two verbs, and then just conjugate them in the boxes. Okay, very easy. Exercice 6, contexte. Choisis la bonne expression pour finir la phrase. Choose the right expression to finish the phrase. So you've got, for example, j'ai besoin, I need, right? I have need. And you know that the next word is going to be of, right? Because you listened to the grammar already and you know that it's I have need of, right? So probably not j'ai besoin des insectes, I need bugs. But j'ai besoin de réviser, de réviser. That makes more sense to me. So I'm going to say j'ai besoin de réviser. I need to study. D'accord? OK. Exercice 7. Les idiomes avec avoir. Choisis la bonne expression pour finir la phrase. Here, I guess the hope is that you know the expressions enough so that you could choose between 3 of them. So you've got, for example, number 1, tu as chaud, as peur, or as raison, and then des examens. Well, tu as chaud is the end of the expression. You're hot. Okay? So it can't be of exams or of tests. Tu as peur, you have fear of exams? I would say yeah. But you have a right of exams. You might be like, oh, or you have a reason of exams. You might be like, oh, well, I'm right on exams. It doesn't say sur les examens. It says of exams. So you have fear of exams. So be careful not to, sometimes a temptation is to be like, well, I was thinking it meant on this. Well, do you see the word on? Look for those little words as well because they matter. Okay. All right, exercice 8. Quelle expression? What expression? Decide which expression from the front logically completes the sentence, then write the missing word on the line. This should not say it from the front. It should say from your notes. D'accord? So fix that from your notes. And then let's do one together. Je veux de l'eau ou de la limonade. I want water or lemonade. J'ai très, and notice that it's already got j'ai in there for you, or tu as, or nous avons. So j'ai très soif. J'ai très soif. Je veux de l'eau ou de la limonade. Exercice 9. La contraction de la préposition de. So you have to, so some of these expressions you may have noticed, like j'ai envie de, j'ai besoin de, j'ai l'air de, j'ai honte de. They have de within the expression, and so you have to know what to do with de. D'accord? So if you want to say, I need a friend, j'ai besoin, well, de contracts in front of un. D'accord? It becomes d'un ami. J'ai besoin d'un ami. D'accord? And if you see une, it becomes d'une. D'accord? If you see les, it becomes des. So nothing's really surprising here. You've done this before. Now, what if you have le or la or les? Well, you should remember from talking about expressions with faire, for example, like je fais du ski, that de plus le becomes du. D'accord? So if you want to say we're embarrassed about the mess, nous avons honte du désordre. D'accord? Du, because you saw le there. D'accord? What if you have, all right, let's see. You should know le and you should know la. So I'm just going to leave that there. But what if you have something that's like son, like in son père, or that's straight up a verb, d'accord? Like avoir menti or sortir. Well, de son père, of his father, d'accord? Avoir is a verb that starts with an A vowel, so d'avoir. Sortir does not start with a vowel, so it's de sortir. So for the most part, nothing else should be surprising to you. Mais voilà. All right, exercice 10. Regarde le dessin et décris-le avec une expression idiomatique. Oh, so there's only 4 of them here, and I'm going to do one for you. So you've got eel with a picture. In front of the sun, I would say avoir chaud, to have heat, is the expression. Il a chaud, he has heat. In other words, he feels hot. Oh. All right, exercice 11. L'expression avec avoir, décide. And the directions aren't there. So you're going to decide which expression to use for one, and then you're going to make sure you conjugate avoir. So use the context, just like in your notes. Il y a un examen demain. There's a test tomorrow. Nous blank d'étudier. Oh, this is my favorite one, the one you have to know the most. We need to study. Although you might say we are in the mood to study, but I don't know, I doubt it. Nous avons besoin d'étudier. D'accord? There you go. All right. Exercice 12. Second to last page. Et vous, and you, utilise une expression pour décrire tes sentiments envers les choses suivantes. So you're describing your feelings towards these things. So coffee, for example, le café. You might say, oh, j'ai soif pour le café. Thirsty for coffee. Or j'ai envie du café, or d'un café. You could choose whether you say du café, I'm in the mood for coffee, or I'm in the mood for a coffee. Both of them make sense. J'ai peur du café, I'm afraid of coffee, or j'ai besoin du café, I need coffee. If none of those accurately describe your feelings towards coffee, too bad. Make a choice, because we're practicing expressions, idiomatic expressions with avoir. So choose one of those things. D'accord? Oh, and please don't tell me you're hungry for spiders. J'ai pas faim pour les araignées. I'm going to be so creeped out. Okay. Exercice 13, question. You're just responding to these questions. They use idiomatic expressions with avoir. So, quel âge as-tu? What age have you? I have 14 years. Or for me, j'ai 18 ans. Just kidding. Mais bon. All right. You can go ahead and do those. I will give a translation of some of them, although you should know all of these words. Oh, well, number 4 might be a little bit difficult, as well as number 5. But number 2, is it that you have fear of something? D'accord? Of what? So you would just say, j'ai peur des insectes, whatever. 3 is a similar question. Is it that you have urge of something right now? Of what? Or are in the mood for something right now? J'ai besoin de l'eau. I'm sorry, not j'ai besoin. J'ai envie de l'eau right now. I'm in the mood for water. Numéro 4, de quoi est-ce que tu as besoin? This word de quoi there, de quoi means of what. So of what is it that you have need? We could have asked the other questions the same way. Of what is it that you have fear? Of what is it that you have urge, or that you're in the mood for? So it's asking the same question. You just say, j'ai besoin de l'eau. For me, that's what j'ai besoin de l'eau. Number 5, en quel cours est-ce que tu ne fais pas attention? Oh là là, if you say French, we're going to have problems. In what class is it that you don't pay attention, that you don't give attention or make attention? When you answer this one, je ne fais pas attention, you can say en cours de biologie, you can say en cours de maths, if you say en cours de français, I'm kicking you out of the course. No, I'm just kidding. En cours de, or you can just say en français, not en français, en biologie. Je suis en biologie. Je ne fais pas attention en biologie. Yeah, en biologie would be fine as well. If you want to drop the cours de. D'habitude, est-ce que tu es en avance à l'heure ou en retard? So which are you? Early, on time, or late? All right, last activity is exercice 14, décris la photo, describe the photo. You're going to write an original phrase using one of those idiomatic expressions. You can be creative, and you can be as simple as or complicated as you want. So the first one is obviously a boy who has got snow all over his face. So I would say il a froid. Okay. He is cold, or he has coldness, remember. But look at the picture and come up with something to say about each person. D'accord. The little girl, I think she's right and wrong. But if you come up with something better, you can let me know. And these two people are related. So you're saying he looks like him. But I think for the most part, you'll be able to. That little girl is scared. Trying to figure out if there's any difficult ones. Not sure what this little boy's problem is. Maybe he's late to school and he feels ashamed. Oh, he feels ashamed. That's probably what it is. Cool. And this guy probably won the lottery. So, all right. Bon. I think that's it. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you next week.